Hi, Sandy. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
So, today's session is going to be recorded.
Okay.
But before we get started, I would like to read an informed consent for video recording
Okay.
for you so that you can sign and give me permission for you to be recorded. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. I am requesting your permission to record our counseling session on video file. The purpose of this recording is to help me serve you better and to review and evaluate my counseling techniques. No recording will be done without your prior knowledge and consent. Viewers of the video file may include your supervisors and peers in my group supervision class. All viewers of the video file, including myself, are bound by the ethical standards of the American Counseling Association. The video file will be treated with confidentiality by being stored on a password-protected computer and will be destroyed at the termination of the semester. By signing below, I am stating that I have read and understood the informed consent for video recording and that I am permitting Rasmine Brown to video record our session and review the video file with the aforementioned individuals for supervision purposes. And here you can see there's a client signature space for you and one for me.
Okay.
Thank you. So, what do you like to talk about today? What's been on your mind?
Well, I wanted to tell you about an incident that happened to me over the weekend. I had an allergic reaction to the medication called Bactrim. So I didn't know I was allergic to it. So it was my last dose. It was 30 pills. My 30th pill that I took gave me an allergic reaction. So anyway, I had just gotten home from work. So I took my medication. I said, I'm going to go take my shower. So I went and took my shower, came back and laid in the bed. I had to put my pajamas on. All of a sudden, I saw all these whelps start just popping on my body. I was like, somebody hit me and I don't even see them. They invisible, right? So it was like just marking me up, my arms, my legs. So I pulled down my bottoms and looked at my butt. They was beating me on that. So I was like, oh my goodness. So anyway, I called my sister, right? So after calling my sister upstairs, she said, what are you screaming for? I said, you gotta look at this. I said, somebody beat me and I don't even see him. And she said, who's beating you? And I said, I don't know, it's like the omen, right? So I said, look, so I pulled down my bottle and showed my butt, and she was like, oh my goodness, they all beating you, right? So anyway, right, she said, girl, why don't you just lay down in the bed and be still and be quiet? I said, okay. Well, so I was laying down in the bed. She ain't gone back downstairs. All of a sudden, I felt something hitting my face. I was like, uh-oh, it's time to go. So I grabbed my jacket and my keys, and I ran downstairs. I said, Tammy, come on, go to the hospital, right? So by that time, I realized I'm having an allergic reaction. Mm-hmm. So she said, I drive. I said, no, let me drive. You drive too slow. So I put on my 4-ways and I sped all the way, ran every light to St. Joseph. So I get in the emergency room, right? So the triage nurse, she was walking by. So all of a sudden, she did like this to me, like waving me on, come on, right? So anyway, it was the people in the emergency room. And they was like, why she get to go first? And they was like, she's having an allergic reaction, right? So anyway, I threw the keys to my sister. She said, I'm going to go park the car. So she went and parked the car because I just pulled up and jumped out, right? Mm-hmm. So I get in there with the nurse. So she's doing my blood pressure and my vitals. And she said, wow, you're awfully calm. I said, yeah, because I'm praying that you know what you're doing, right? So nothing will happen to me. So she said, I'm going to have to take you back there in the back, right? And put you on the gurney, right? So the doctor can see you real quick because you might go into anaphylactic shock. So anyway, I get back there and I'm on the gurney, right? So my sister come in by that time, her and her friend. So they get in there. So she was like, oh my God, right? So I was like, oh my God, right? What is she talking about, right? So I can feel in my face is like a weird feeling, right? So anyway, the doctor came in. So he said, Miss Tarver, I see you have an allergic reaction, right? So he had this big needle, right, about that big. It was with Benadryl. He said, I'm going to give you a couple shots of Benadryl so I can calm you down, right? So you'll stop having those allergic reactions, right? So anyway, I say, Tammy, let me see my face, right? So she said, no, I'm not letting you see your face, right? So I said, let me see my face, right? I said, everybody look at me all strange, right? So she said, one time only, right? So she gives me the mirror, and I look at my face, and I say, I am not an animal. I'm a man. and, and the doctor, he just bust out laughing. He said, well, at least you got a sense of humor, right? So my sister's like, she's so stupid, right? So anyway, he shot me with about six things, about I guess 30 milligrams of 30 to, it was like 30 or 40 milligrams in the syringe with Benadryl. So after he was shooting me with it, right, he was like, "Wow, your tower's real high, right?" Because he got on the sixth one, he said, "Your tower's still high," because I ain't even
Didn't
budged.
work. Mm-hmm.
So finally, that seventh one he gave me, I just relaxed, right, and went out, right. So my sister was like, "Is she gonna die? Y'all gonna save her, right? So I can hear, right? But I can't talk." I'm trying to say, "Girl, shut up. I'm all right. I ain't gonna die, right? But I can't talk, right?" Mm-hmm. I'm just laying there listening. So she was like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "Don't cry, right?" Because she crying, right? She said, "Don't let me happen to my big sister," right? So anyway, the doctor, he was just saying that I was just resting, but I could hear. And she said, she can hear what I'm saying. He said, "Yeah, she can hear you. She just got her eyes closed because I gave her so many shots, right?" But anyway, I was out of work for 6 weeks behind that. And I don't ever want to go through that again. I was just grateful that it didn't take me out of here, because now I know I'm allergic to sulfur, highly allergic to it. So now I read everything, I watch everything that I do with eating stuff, and even shampoos and body washes. No sulfates. I can't do nothing with sulfate, or I'll be itching. So it's like I itch from the inside out when it affects me, right? So anyway, it was just a trying time with it.
Right. So I hear you say you're going to be out of work for 6 weeks from the situation that happened over the weekend. Is that correct?
It is.
Okay. So but I did notice, I heard you say that, your sister came running to your rescue.
She did.
And she stayed with you at the hospital, brought a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Not only just that, but I noticed that despite this situation that most people would be afraid and scared, you found a way to bring out your sense of humor, and you've laughed about it.
Yeah.
That shows that, your strength and your determination to be around and take care of yourself, your health, So how have you been doing? What changes have you made to your diet or anything to keep the sulfur out of your life?
Well, what I do is read everything now when I go to the market, so I don't get anything, even if it's the last ingredient. I don't get it, and I don't get phosphates either, because they turn into sulfur. My doctor told me so. I don't eat things with sulfur in it at all. I don't use shampoo with sulfur in it. I don't drink stuff that has sulfur in it, because if you notice, wines has sulfates in them too. So I don't do none of that stuff.
Yeah, I don't drink either, so I wouldn't know.
Right.
But how has that affected you? Are you happy this way? Do you miss anything about your diet that you have changed?
Not really, because actually it was stuff was salty. That had sulfur in it,
Right.
So, I don't miss the salt, and most of the food that had sulfur in it, I don't miss it. Because all I can remember is it being salty, and that's basically it. And the other thing is that like I didn't know that the body washes had it in it, right? Until I kept itching. I was like, why am I itching so bad? And I was like, I wanted to scratch my skin off and everything, all down there and everywhere. It's like,
That's good to know.
I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
Well, you just told me something.
Yeah, but I found out it was sulfur. So now I have to buy body wash with no sulfates. So I don't have no sulfates in the house. Period. Everything is sulfate free in this house. So I don't do any of that because I don't want to be itchy poo Itching from the inside out. Can you imagine that? Trying to scratch your throat all the way down here, or trying to scratch the insides.
Yes,
It's
I could
crazy.
imagine. Yes.
So it's like I'd be like, me going crazy, right? So when I was out of work at that time, my job, they were really nice. They sent me edibles and stuff, fruits and stuff.
That's good.
Yeah.
Not only do you have the support of your family, but you're loved in your workplace as well.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're very productive.
Yeah.
People love you. That ought to make you feel good.
It did. It did. I just thank God the best feeling was that I'm alive. You know.
Yes, absolutely.
And my doctor knows now. Don't ever prescribe me any Bactrim.
Yeah, or he would lose a license.
She.
Okay.
Yeah, she
so
knows.
You see a female doctor.
She knows. Yeah, I've been seeing her for like 20 years.
Okay, so that you're comfortable with that doctor by now.
Yeah.
She knows you very well. You guys have a history, a rapport together.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Makes you very comfortable, doesn't it?
Yes. Are you allergic to sulfur?
No, I'm not allergic to sulfur, but I do have allergies.
Oh, okay.
I do have allergies. I do.
Okay.
Just don't give me any pears. But
no pears.
We're running out of time. But for our next session, I would like you briefly explained, the bond you have. Well, talked about the bond you have with your sister and how she came to your rescue when you had your allergic reaction, and maybe we can get more into that.
Okay.
Next time. Okay.
All right.
Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you too.